Hi everyone. So the continuation of the Nadis and the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system. Many people believe that the Ida Nadi and Pingala Nadi are related to the right and the left brain of the human body. But I don't believe so. Because as we already saw, Ida means in Tamil also we have Ida. The Ida means left side of the spinal cord, and the Pingala means the right side of the spinal cord. The right side of the spinal cord has the sun-like activities, and the left side of the nadi has the moon-like activities. That's what we have seen before. The sun means it is destructive in nature, and it is all excitatory, and the left is the moon-like structure, which is passive, and it is constructive in nature. So passive and cool, calm, so all these parasympathetic behavior. So why I say this Ida and Pingala are related to the uh, sympathetic nervous system and parasympathetic nervous system is simply not because of this particular correlation. See, yogic science says the origin for these two nadis are just behind the heart and in the kanda. So these are the two origin sites. Like that, we also see the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system also arises with the sympathetic nervous system arising from the thoracic segment, mainly the thoracic segment of the spinal cord, as the thoracic outflow chain, and the sympathetic ganglia are located just adjacent to the spinal cord. We know that. And the parasympathetic nervous system arises predominantly from the sacral segment, that is the lowest part of the spinal cord. So this we know. So here the heart means posterior to heart. The yogic science says that the nadi, which is sun dominated, that is the Pingala Nadi, arises just behind the heart of the human system, so which corresponds to the thoracic spine. And the Ida Nadi, which corresponds to the moon-like activity, which is synonymous to the parasympathetic nervous system, arises from somewhere called as Kanda. The Kanda means egg-like structure, which is located near the genital organ, adjacent to the genital organ, where we call it as the Mooladhara Chakra, which is just near to the pelvic region, which corresponds again to the origin of the parasympathetic nervous system. The second important thing I wanted to tell you today is, in the yogic science, you have physical body, you have the mental body, that is the psychic body, and also you have the energy body. So we say that there should be a link between the mind and the body. Yogic science says there is nothing called as mind. The body itself is divided and manifested in three ways, that is your physical body, the mental body, and the energy body. Now, initially the medical science, that is the Western science, did not agree with the influence of the psychological aspects in the disease manifestation. Now they are saying the psychology has a major role to play in the determination of any disease and the progression of the disease. The third thing is, now slowly the energy of a human body, the exhibit the energy, that is also slowly being measured, counted, and analyzed by the empirical sciences. So slowly, if you see, the modern science is moving towards the belief based science, which was existing once upon a time in India specifically, because this is what I know. The remaining things I may not be able to say with authentic information. So here in this physical body, the nadis are nothing but the channels which conduct respiratory passages, which conducts oxygen, the lymphatic channels, the blood vessels which conduct the blood, the nerves which conducts the electrical impulses of the brain or whatnot. So this is about only the physical body. But what happens to this the energy body and the psychological body, that is the mental body of the human? So here it is nothing but the prana. Here comes the nadis. Nadis are actually not located in the physical body. That's why we are not able to see these things. you can't see you can see the sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, whereas you can't see how it functions. You can't see actually what is conducted in between them. You can record it through some evoked potentials, but otherwise you cannot see what is happening. That's how it is about the nadis also. So what is flowing in this nadi? It is the pran is nothing but the energy. So the energy which is circulated through this nadi is very vital for the existence of a human being. Okay, this is all hypothetical, not proved by science. But what correlation you can do is, yogic science says that by regulating this pran, you can neutralize these two nadis. That is called as the nadi shuddhi pranayama. What is done like this: the right nostril breathing and left nostril breathings alternately in a given set of numbers and given set of time in a day. So this is nadi shuddhi pranayama or nadi shodhana. Okay, so what is the concept of this is, by doing this nadi shuddhi exercises, you can neutralize this ida nadi and pingala nadi activity in your body, bringing about a balance. That is what I asked you in the first video: are you balanced? So this nadi shuddhi pranayama is practiced in a given time of a day, particularly the sandhya kala. The sandhya kala is nothing but you have 40 minutes of sandhya kala 4 times coming in a day: in the midnight, in the sunrise, in the noon, and in the sunset. So 4 times 40 minutes of sandhya kala is coming, during which in the ancient Hindus, they used to do pranayama. So the concept is nothing but you are neutralizing your body. So likewise, if you see somebody is angry, if somebody is very in a rage or something like that, what we normally ask them to do: you breathe easy, relax, breathe easy. That is what we say. So even when you're angry, you say that, see, I can't breathe easy because of this fellow's activity, I'm so angry on him. So the breath is very important, even in modern science, to hold on to your balance between the sympathetic and parasympathetic activity. So there is a connection existing between these two. I think people who have studied about the physiology of breath would understand this. And the sympathetic nervous system is always concerned with the catabolic activity. Likewise, the pingala nadi is considered to be a destructive source in your body, and it is always related to heat. So it is correlated. And parasympathetic nervous system is always concerned with the anabolic activity, assimilation, absorption. All these things happens with parasympathetic activity, and that is compared with kundalini power, that is creation of power. And where is the kundalini power? It is in the Mooladhara chakra. And where is the Mooladhara chakra? It is exactly in the origin of the parasympathetic area in the modern anatomical science. So with this research, what I have done, not research, I have just correlated my anatomical knowledge with the yogic knowledge what I've got. So what is evident here is the nadis are nothing but the sympathetic and parasympathetic sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system, which was symbolically represented in those days. And not only the yogic science stops with this, the yogic science also says that the nadis are so many in number. None of the yogic sciences have come to a consensus whether there is 6,000-7,000 nadis or 1 lakh nadis. There is a lot of argument as far as the nadis are concerned. They say that this energy which is produced in this ida nadi and pingala nadi is distributed in elsewhere part of the body, even to every cells of the human body. So that is also true, because the parasympathetic and nervous sympathetic ganglia may be located along the spinal cord or near to the organ, but they have lot of nerve fibers involved in that, which are innervating every single cell of the body and influencing, not innervating, influencing every single cells of the body. So with this, I think I am making some sense. If you have any contributions towards this, you can also discuss with this. The third session will be much more interesting.